Hi, and welcome to the program. I'm Keith Landy, your Happy Healer for President of the United States of America. Today's date is Tuesday, November 19th, 2019, and I am coming to you live from Happy Force One, which we have been talking about for quite some time would be the next step in this campaign moving forward. And so that day has arrived. And so I tell you, we will make just the spectacle of this that it deserves, for this is the people's campaign, and we shall never lose focus of that fact. You rest assured that's the truth. And it will always be the truth, because it is the people's campaign where the truth can be found. There is no other campaign selling that particular truth. And so in this campaign, we'll be going throughout this country. And so we come gratefully to our supporters from Happy Force One talking about that mission. And we are in a humble state. And we know how important it is, the work we do. And so we come to you charged with a duty, and part of that duty is to be humble. We know that there's so many people who have been forgotten in this country, and it won't be anymore under a Happy Healer for presidency. That's not a possible outcome, because we take care of people, and that's the fundamental difference between our campaign and all of the rest, is that they talk about taking care of people, and quite frankly they talk about a lot of stuff that I don't understand, that I don't think is meant to make sense on purpose. And so that's why I go out of the way to make sense on purpose. And so what I would like to do is, since this is our first show back in our campaign, which will continue to go online, it was important to keep the way we have been doing things going, but at the same point progress in that endeavor. And trust me, our programs will progress as our campaign progresses, and as we meet people along the way, and these videos bring America to this campaign together to you. And that is what my endeavor is here, to have a real experience with the American people and to talk about the things that they don't get to hear all the time. And I assure you of that, my fellow Americans. So I am humble, like I said from the very get-go. I am humble in that truth, because I understand just how strong the truth is. And so that's what we're all working for, is for a truth and for a better America that we can all be happy in, we can thrive in, and we can prosper in. It's so important. And the difference between what they have and what we deserve is too big, a parity too large. One that we're going to shorten that gap on, and we're proud to say that. And so now, without further ado, what I would like to do is I have a pre-prepared reel for you, as I usually do, and then I'll come right back live, and this runs for about 8 minutes, and then we'll be right back here live with you. Welcome back to the program, folks, and thank you so much for sticking with me. It's been a great 7 months so far, and I really look forward to making as much progress as we can moving forward. God bless you, and God bless your families, and welcome back once again. Enjoy, and let's get this thing going. folks, how are you? It is your Happy Healer coming to you live from Happy Force One. It is a great honor to come to you from Happy Force One. And we're moving along in this campaign. As you can see, the people's candidate doing the people's work when nobody else was really answering the questions and concerns that we have. And we have to. Folks, the kinds of things that I've been seeing and many of us have, and our country, which is what has been losing in that process. It's sad. And so I'm right at home. This is my forward working sacrificial endeavor to the cause, to the human endeavor of our cause, and that is for freedoms and for life itself and for the future of our country. So we're moving forward on this campaign, and I look forward to seeing you guys on this campaign. So I'm just out having a great time, and I'll be coming throughout, and I look forward to seeing you guys. And so reach out if you are wanting to get involved. That's great. You can go to HappyHealerForPresident.com and you can leave your information there. And we have volunteers already, part of our campaign that we have will be in contact with you, so that we are building up in this campaign, and that is our endeavor right now, and that we must do that in order to make a push forward. So everything that we do because we know that if we don't do it, nobody else is doing it. And that I invite the other candidates and citizens alike to discuss with me, your Happy Healer for President, the issues that are so pivotal in our time. And it is paramount that we do this together. Because right now I see both sides in an abyss, running so fast, right down a hill and straight off a cliff, and it is almost by design. It is insanity at its worst level. It is suicidal, and we have to pull back and do a better job because we can. And so I am somber in the moment, saying, can one of us ever run? Can a normal citizen ever step up who has the answers and who feels so qualified in that moment to step up? Is America that place? And I believe it is. And so that's why I'm running, because there is a great need for leadership, and we have a cavity in this country that must be filled in our hearts, in our soul. And the very American spirit herself, she almost ceased to exist. And that's sad. So we have to work on that also. So coming together will be a common theme as well. And so this is a new frontier for this campaign. I've been running for the past 6 months, and taking this message on the road allows me the ability to speak with people from all over this country and to learn about the issues and to expand our great message and campaign. Remember, I am your Happy Healer, running for President of the United States of America, my friends. And why is that so important? Because at first and at most and always and forever, that I am your spiritual brother in this journey of life. I, Keith Landy, your happy healer, and that's why I am your Happy Healer, because that matters most to me, that journey that we are all going on. And so it's important that we acknowledge the great needs of our time, and that we take a somber moment to recognize what those needs are. And right now we have to be somber in almost all of our actions, considering we are headfast into a civil war, and we have to pull back. So I urge my brethren to just settle down, relax, and let's really start to think about what's important for this country moving forward, and what kind of leadership that we all deserve, and that we get that kind of leadership so that we can adhere to the great challenges of our time. And that is why I am running for President of the United States of America. Keith Landy. You can learn more about the campaign at www.happyhealerforpresident.com. And at any point, you can call and get involved in the campaign and email. We're looking for people to volunteer and help out and get new voters on board as well. So thank you, and thank you for your time, and we'll get to you soon. God bless from Happy Force One. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your patience. Welcome to the program. This is our very first one back, so it's a special one, and I am proud to be here with you aboard Happy Force One, and there will be many of these future videos coming from Happy Force One, but also from our campaign. Imagine the kinds of experiences we will be having in this campaign, inspiring people. Oh, you better believe we're going to inspire as many people as we possibly can in this campaign. It is so important to do exactly that, just as we go throughout this great country of ours, meeting so many beautiful, wonderful people that have been through so much, just like your Happy Healer has. And I can appreciate the stories that I've already heard, just like the wonderful lady I've talked to this evening in Best Buy, actually, of all places. And you know who you are, and she is such a wonderful person. And I talked to her and I explained to her what our view is for this country, and she emphatically agrees that it's time for love, and that greed has had its place, and it's time for greed to take a break and to just give itself a break, for crying out loud. It's had plenty for the longest already, and it's holding back human potential. And so we have to be honest about that fact. And so in this campaign we are, and we know that we have solutions that work for the American people. So we're eager to get those solutions to work. And in this campaign, one thing I always have, and I know, and that is a refined answer to the problems that we are dealing with that are firmly grounded in the truth. Something we can all respect. The truth. Think about that. It's the truth that we're all after. And that is where your Happy Healer is always grounded. And that's where I will always be grounded, because that is where our success is found. And so I am always after the success for our country. It's important that we are correct in this campaign. It's not so important that we're correct so that I am right. But if it happens, and so it is often that it is that I am correct and I am right, because I have worked so hard at being correct. I wasn't always correct. It came at a cost. Many times I had to be wrong and change my view, and still yet today I remain a man steadfast here, standing tall and true to the cause of change. I understand how important it is, and I can change. When the time comes, I see the truth before me, and it's greater than the truth that I have. I change in that moment, and I believe we all owe it to ourselves to do exactly that. And from an honest broker of truth, that's the standpoint we need to come from, because that's where we can get things done. So I ask my fellow Americans, let's go on this journey together, but let's do it from an honest broker of truth so that we can truly put our country first and do what's best for our future. Because the problems that we're dealing with moving forward, they are monumental in nature. So also then needs to be the solution monumental in nature. And our solution is, it's the right one for our time. In fact, it's overdue. And so in this campaign, we do a lot. We're talking about so many things. If you're just getting on board with this campaign, let's talk to you folks. If you're just getting on board, I say go back and watch some of the videos. Watch the transition up until this point. So much has happened. So much has taken place. This has just been a steady kind of linear but up-ticking project that has just taken off out of a genuine need in our country for change, and people coming together that realize, if not now, and if not us, then when and who. And it's our country that's at stake, our people. We understand this, and that's why people are so fed up. They're so angry at their representatives, their government. And I understand their anger and their frustration. And quite frankly, there has been so much nefarious and uncanny nefarious actions, really, from our leadership. It's hard to fathom how we got to this point. For those of us who didn't want to make politics our number one focus in life, that we had other passions and other things we were doing within the sphere of humanity. And oh, what a great sphere it is. But it's these times when our country needs us most and needs what we know the most. That's when we stand up and step up to serve. And so that's why I'm running. I'm running because I know I'm right for our times. Okay? So we're going to be progressing in this campaign. I just wanted to come and give you this little short introduction, which, by the way, it's going to continue. There's going to be a lot to roll out. We've got so many surprises. Share. And I told you we're going to be having that aspect in this campaign. And I never let you down. So stick with us in this, and we will never lose focus of what is most important, and that is our families, our lives, the continuity of life itself, and leadership that conveys calm. And it does it through wisdom and knowledge and understanding that answers help provide that, instead of confusion, which dispels any notion of what hell is being perpetrated upon the people, in my humble view. Well, folks, consider this the first out of the gate cast. In part, I'm wondering if our communication systems are as well as I suspect they are, which I think things are just fine. We shall see. And nonetheless, we'll continue to come at you from Happy Force 1. And while we go throughout this next week and coming weeks, we'll be getting on the road. And I'll keep you informed on those dates. And if you are from local Orlando, we also have for you an upcoming rally. And I'll be talking to you about that. Okay, folks, thank you. God bless you, and good night.